Today I will be exploring one of the biggest cultural centers in the Viking world, even showed in the series Viking.
Uppsala.
To discover the truth about this mystical place, I was on my way there on my bike, and it all starts back overlooking the biggest church in the north. So it's a beautiful day, it's 4 o'clock, sun goes down in an hour, everyone is out having a nice time, it's like 13 degrees and just amazing weather. And I'm right now on my bike to go to Old Uppsala, which was one of the most important places in Viking history. So this is the same river Viking merchant took to Old Uppsala, but it was much bigger in around 1000 AD. So Old Uppsala is actually pretty far from the city center of today's Uppsala. I don't know why they moved it, but yeah, it takes like 30 minutes to go by bike. It was a straight line, maybe 20. So yeah, I just got a bike all the way here. I'm following this river, but then right now I'm going up here. Oh my god, it's so much noise from the cars here. It was probably more peaceful in the Viking age, I'll tell you that. So right up here I'm gonna take to the right instead to go to Old Uppsala. So if you ever seen the series Vikings, I highly recommend it. But I think in one of the most early episodes they actually go to Uppsala.
Every 9 years, we travel to the temple at Uppsala.
And it has a waterfall and shit like that. That's not true. You'll see how it looks now, but it's pretty flat. But what is true, they did like human sacrifices and stuff like that.
What is this? We'll all be killed as sacrifices.
Which is pretty sick. Ooh, it's heavy, it's really heavy. The thing with spring in Sweden, you get super sweaty, but also cold. So when the sun will disappear behind me here, it'll be super cold. But right now I'm sweating like a pig. Now back to history. Uppsala played an important role in trade during the Viking Age. The city was located at a strategically significant spot, and trade occurred with both nearby and distant areas. There was likely a marketplace where goods such as skins, jewelry, and weapons were exchanged. We're getting close. Okay, to the left. The thing is, the Vikings made all of their buildings in wood. Usually they do not stand today. So you can always wonder, like, did they have a house here? You never know. So we're here right now, but all the way forward now is like Viking territory. But just imagine the field behind me, just Viking houses and like town centers and stuff like that. I'm not sure it was here because Uppsala was more of a temple or a hedonistic central with rituals and stuff like that. I think we are still unraveling mysteries here till this day. We don't know the whole story. So you never know. That you can see here, these are houses, which is considered Old Uppsala today. People do not live here because, I mean, it's fields, and then going straight up there, it's like, I mean, it's a piece of history. They don't want to build over Viking tombs and stuff like that. Someone's old bike here, he just left it. Like every area here actually could be done for like archaeological excavations, and you'll probably find a lot of stuff. People have been buried in Old Uppsala for 2000 years. Originally there was between 2000 and 3000 mounds in the area, but most have become farmland, gardens and quarries. Today only 250 barrows remain. I wonder what stories these trees have seen. Old Uppsala, here we are. Right here is filled with Viking tombs, like everywhere. It's all been swallowed by the ground. Let's check it out. It says here you shouldn't bike on the area, and yeah, that you should avoid these paths. So I'll try to go a little bit there. And also, who made this? Like, what are they doing? It's fucking culture, man. Right, let's go in. So what I'm wondering now, am I just walking on corpses from the Viking age or what? In those mounds that remain, there are more than 1,000 preserved archaeological remains, but many more have been removed by agriculture, like this field. Most of the grave fields are from the Iron Age and the Viking Age. So they actually want people to go on this instead of there, so I shouldn't walk around too much. If you really want to know 100%, you have to probably do so much archaeological like excavations, and that will ruin the whole place. I think that's the hard part, to find out about history but not ruin it, you know. And now I'm here at the 3 biggest graves that has been found in Old Uppsala, and they're uncertain who these individuals was. But one theory is that its mounds are graves of kings, possibly from the early Yngling dynasty. So these graves, these huge boulders right in front of us, is actually from like kings.
So the Yngling dynasty is one of the most famous and legendary royal dynasties in Norse and Swedish history. It is said to be the first known royal family of Sweden, and is often described as having divine or semi-divine origins. According to Snorre Sturluson's Hemlingskringla, which is an Icelandic guy, the Yngling dynasty traces its ancestry to Odin, but also to Freyr and Thor. So some think that these kings were ancestors to the actual gods in the Norse beliefs.
Yeah, they say here, please don't walk on the mounds. Guess a lot of people have walked here. I've done it a few times. Before they said don't walk on the paths. Right now I think maybe too much people have walked on them. So all I know is that we want to preserve these mounds and these, yeah, probably royal mounds and graves for the future generations. So it's better not to walk on it. So there's so much history and so much, like, people all have their different understanding of what's true and a lot of sources. They talk about this monk, which I was talking about, Adam of Bremen. He never visited Gamla Uppsala but heard of the place described. He mentioned it's a temple, so some people maybe it was situated around here, but they're not sure. Like, maybe they thought it was like some horse races right here. It wouldn't be too stupid, you know. The thing is, there's so much about the Viking Age we don't understand yet, and we can excavate and hope that future technologies can tell us more about history, but we can never be 100% sure. Or maybe we can in the future, maybe. Can the post been described as the temple area? Like, they don't know themselves. Could these, like, mounds be like amphitheater and you watch these horse races right here? They don't know, but this is just speculation. So here is also the Viking Museum, which they have all the stuff that has been like buried here and excavated up. So if you want to have a closer look, you can go there. I can show you some pictures here right now too, with, like, they have swords and stuff like that, like when they excavated some mounds. Here's also the oldest church in Uppsala. So they actually excavated one of these mounds and they found, like, I'm not 100% sure, but the gold-plated things, and they found things from like Constantinople, which is today's Istanbul. So I mean, it's traded all the way from Istanbul in that time, and that's pretty crazy. A source from 10,070s. Oh my god, it's some chickens. What the fuck is going on? It tells of people and animals being sacrificed in a grove and a spring beside an eternal green tree. Was that here in the front? They speculate that Yggdrasil, the eternal green world tree, should be up here, or I don't know. It doesn't look like it, but that's what they're speculating. Further away to the right you can see a large hollow which is called the Sacrificial Grove. The name appears on a map from 1679 in the book Atlantica by Olof Rudbeck. There he presents his evidence that Old Uppsala was the core of the sunken Atlantis, island of the gods. What the fuck? I mean, you know, guys, my videos, if you saw my last Viking video, I was talking about a lot of stuff, like, that was probably not 100% true, but these guys, core of Atlantis, here. Are you joking with me? Yggdrasil here? I mean, people have imaginations. All we know, there were probably human sacrifices here, and that was fucked up, right? I mean, the Viking Age is cool, but when you think about that, I don't want to be sacrificed to Odin, man. I'm okay, you know. It's all right. I don't have to be believe in Odin, you know. I'm not gonna die. No. Are you fucking kidding me? Over here is a military base now. So it's kind of crazy. Go from Viking Age to military. Yeah, it's here. As you can see here, it's even more graves. You have the 3 big ones, but then there's more. And to have a grave, you probably had to, like, imagine having that grave. Yeah, you were probably in the king's court or something.
I went around 400 meters away from the graves.
This is a pretty high cliff. Okay, everyone from Switzerland or something. It's not that high, but still heavy.
I started cooking some Viking food over fire. I wanted to feel what the Vikings felt in that same time period. What did they eat? How did they eat?
I don't know if police will come here because I'm close to like a military field. It's like right over there, so I don't know. Actually dangerous with the wind.
And this is how a meal in the Viking Age could look like. Not with aluminium foil, of course. Yeah, it was very simple. Not a lot of sauces, you know. We have so much sauces right now.
I think it's done here. Salmon, and then we got carrots. So this is what they ate. They ate a lot of salmon. It's quite good. And carrots. And also they ate a lot of bread with seeds on them. So they had butter and stuff. I didn't buy now, but you get the idea. Oh, I'm hungry, man. And they also ate a lot. They also ate a lot of porridge and stuff like that, meat. But yeah, I don't like porridge, so yeah, it feels weird to sit here in the Vikings, like near the graves, where they probably had a settlement, just eat Viking food. Guess it works. Salmon. They also eat like kale and stuff. I don't like that that much. Carrot's just more nice. By the way, the stars are crazy tonight. I see a lot of them.
And I think we can learn a thing or two from the Vikings about what we eat.